Are you ready to transform your normal e-commerce business into one that experiences exponential growth year after year using online advertising? If so, this show is for you. Me and my guests will show you how you too can grow your e-commerce business to 7 or even 8 figures so you can go on more luxurious vacations, spoil yourself and your family, say yes to more opportunities, and become financially free so you never have to worry about money again. Welcome to the E-commerce Performance Marketing Show.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Ecom Performance Marketing Show. So in this bite-sized episode, I'm going to go over something super valuable, something that is truly going to help you identify what ads are working right now in your market from your competitors. Because if you can identify what your competitors are doing, whether they're direct competitors selling exactly what you're selling, or they're indirect competitors that are not selling exactly what you're selling, but they still compete with your brand on some level, you can really get a lot of value out of using the tools that I'm going to show you in today's episode. This way you can identify what ads are working, you can emulate what is working, and customize the copy, the creative, the messaging to your brand and your messaging. But you can use the same frameworks that are working from some of your best competitors that are really taking advantage of advertising. So this is definitely going to be a very powerful but brief episode, and I definitely want you to take action after this episode and use some of these tools right away. So this way you can do research on companies that you feel like are competitors, again, whether they're direct or indirect competitors, and you can see what they're doing, and you can create ad copy that you can test in your ad campaigns based off of what you find using these tools I'm about to dive into today. So that's what is going to be the action item from today. When we're going through this episode and I'm showing you these different tools you can use, some are free, some are paid, I want you to go ahead and use at least one of these tools, go through this tool, identify what your competitor is doing, and take some creativity inspiration from what your competitors are doing, and then create your own ad based off of that. That's your homework. Take action from this because this can make a big impact on your business and also on your advertising performance. All right, so let's go ahead, let's dive in. Okay, so what you're seeing here right now is the Facebook ad library. This is a free resource. So you can go here, you can take advantage of this, you don't have to pay a nickel whatsoever. You can go here and you can type in, you can search for ads by keyword or advertiser name. Now I led this episode with who are your competitors. So you want to go ahead and type in who your competitors are for your business. So let's just say that you are selling, let's just say, let me come up with, like, how about, let's go with vacuums, okay? Let's just say you are selling vacuums. Now, if you are, vacuums, by the way, have a very large margin. I know that because years ago, a long time ago, I worked in retail and I didn't sell vacuums, but I knew people that did sell vacuums in the same business that I worked at, and I know how much commission they made off of vacuums. So if you're in the vacuum business, hats off to you because you've got a large profit margin to play with and you're probably making a killing if you have your ads working. Now, if you don't, then you need to definitely pay attention to what I'm about to show you here because this can make a big impact on your bottom line. So I typed in Dyson. I want to do some research on Dyson because they are my competitor if I'm selling vacuums, for example. So let's go ahead and click on that. If you notice, I chose, let me just go back a step here. So I chose Dyson for the United States because you want to choose the most ideal location. Wherever you're marketing and advertising, that's going to be your ideal location. So you don't want to choose like Russia or Australia or New Zealand. As you can see here in the search, you want to choose the United States if you're selling to the United States, okay? And then on the next page, you'll see everything that comes up, and you know, in most cases like this, you'll see a lot of value here. So I can see now with Dyson, they have over 2 million likes, as you can see here on the top left. And if I scroll down, I can take a look at all of their ads. And the nice thing about the Facebook ads library is it tells me when these ads have launched, which is powerful. So this way you can see like what new ads are they testing right away, which that gives you an idea of what's really relevant right now, like what's working. Because if a company that's successful like Dyson, if they're really on top of their ad strategy, which most companies, when they're successful like Dyson, they typically are, then you can really base your newest creatives off of what they've just created and what they just published based off of the date. So definitely check that out. And you can go through here, you can take a look at all these, you can play these videos, you can look at ad details, which brings up the entire ad. And you can look at multiple versions of the ad too, which is nice as well. So let's move it back as well. So you've got quite a bit here, and then if you scroll down even further, this might take a while because it looks like they've deployed a lot of ads here to start October. They're getting ready for the holiday season more than likely. But if I keep scrolling down here, it might take me a little bit. You'll see like September, you'll see other months prior to October, but they've published a lot of ads. So they're active. They're definitely very, very active, which is good for them. And for you, if you're selling vacuums, that is. So, but yeah, as you can see, you've got tons of different ad creatives. So you can really see how they're advertising and what's working and what isn't for a big brand like Dyson. And Dyson's a very successful brand. So if you're a small business selling vacuums, this could be a huge opportunity for you to emulate one of the leaders in your industry with your ad creative. So take a look at their messaging and really try to see what are they trying to do here. Like here, I'm looking at this ad right here. It says, outgrown your old vacuum. Upgrade to Dyson's superior technology and experience a deeper whole home clean. Visit Dyson.com. Now, one thing that they are doing is they're asking a question right away, and you can tell what they're going for here. They know the holidays are coming up, and so they probably want to target people that are sick of their old vacuum and they want to get a new one, and they probably feel like the holidays, which kind of start in October, they really kind of spike up in November, December, but they kind of want to basically prep people for the holidays, and they want to get people that are interested in upgrading from their old vacuum. That's exactly what position they're taking here. Now, a few things that I can tell you that they're doing right or wrong here is with this video, let's see, let's take a look at it. We've got 15 seconds, not that long, so let's check it out real quick. Okay. So that vacuum just showed how the vacuum's used. It definitely showed how easy it is, I would say that. How you could vacuum, you could easily dispose of all the waste, and then you're done. That I did get from the video. Definitely not the best video in the world, but either way, it still showed me how easy it is to use a Dyson vacuum. So that shows you too, like when you create a video creative, you want to show how easy it is to use your product, how quick it is as well. That's what you can learn from that video ad. Now, free 2-day shipping from Dyson.com. This isn't really necessarily like a compelling offer or hook or anything like that. And then on top of that, it looks like they're sending people to Dyson.com, the homepage, I'm pretty sure. So let's just check it out real quick. Let's see. So it's going to take a second to come up. It's going to take a while to come up, I guess. Okay. So it's sending people to the homepage. So there's some people that will tell you that's okay. I don't think that's okay. When you're paying for paid traffic ads, you want to send people to a page that you have absolute focus on in regards to where you want to take them to your desired action. And by sending them to the homepage, people are going to come here, they're going to basically just navigate their way through this website, and they're not necessarily going to take action right then and there. But if you send them to a sales page with one offer, one call to action, really good messaging, really good layout, really going over the offer that you're trying to make, you're going to have a better opportunity to convert that person to your order form where they can check out on that offer that you're making on that page. So big brands always make this mistake because they're not necessarily the great at direct response marketing and advertising, and that's where you as a small business owner can have a very competitive edge by actually using good sales pages that you're driving ad traffic to that are designed to convert people to the next step, because this website is not designed to funnel people to the next ideal step, which is to purchase the product. It's just designed to shop. Come here to Dyson.com, shop around and look around and see what we have. That's it. Do you really want people to come to your website and just look around? No. You want people to come to your website, come to your sales page, say, I want that offer, click, buy, go to the order form, put in their details, and boom, check out. That's what you want. So don't make Dyson's mistake, okay? But at the same time, you can get definitely value out of seeing the creatives that a company like Dyson is running. And I wouldn't stop here. Like if you're selling vacuums, look up Hoover, look up any other vacuum brand that is popular right now. I don't know because I haven't sold vacuums online. But Google it, look up and find out what companies you can research that give you some value when you're using the Facebook ads library. So this way you can get a lot of different ad creatives from different sources, and you can create ad creatives or inspirations from all those ad creatives. And you can also see where they're driving traffic. Maybe some of these, not Dyson, but maybe some of these are actually using some really good sales pages. And you could base your sales page, the structure, the layout, maybe some of the messaging even. You could base your sales page off of that competitor's sales page if you find one that's doing it right, which Dyson is not doing it right. Okay, let's move on to the next tool. So this is a pretty incredible tool. It's not free though. When I purchased it, it was a one-time fee. It was like $147. Well worth it. I don't know how much it is right now. And by the time you see this, it may change as well anyway. So I couldn't tell you. However, if you do get this, you definitely have a lot of value you can tap into. Because when I pull up Advert Suite here, as you can see here on screen, I can search for Facebook, I can search for Instagram ad examples. It takes a second to load up. I can search for Google ad examples, and then the icon below is YouTube. I can search for ad examples from any of those 4 advertising platforms, and I can search for keyword, advertiser, domain. I can search for all these different filters as well, like different buttons. I can sort by newest, running longest, and by the way, running longest, that's a really good filter to apply, because if you can identify ads that have been running longest, that tells you that there's an ad that you just pulled up that's been running for a very long time, which means that the advertiser, the company behind that ad, they've been running that ad for a while. That ad is working. They would have turned it off if it wasn't. And so if it's still running, and if it's been running the longest, that's a really good ad to emulate your ad off of. So if you do get Advert Suite, use that filter, because that filter can definitely make a big difference. You could also sort by likes, which is huge, comments, which is engagement, views, which videos are getting the most views. These are all awesome, powerful filters that you can apply when you're identifying what some of your competitors are doing in regards to their ads on any of these 4 advertising platforms. So just to kind of walk you through this, let's do the same thing. We'll do Dyson. We're going to pick on Dyson today. You know, we don't like Dyson for some reason. So I'll go Dyson, advertiser, type in Dyson. It takes a second. Boom. We'll do Dyson. And then, look, I'll do running longest just so we can see that. Okay. And we're doing YouTube, by the way. So this is all YouTube right now. So now I can click on some of these. They should work or not. Okay, let me give you guys a better example, because I definitely want to give you guys some value here. So we'll go back to Facebook ads. Now I know we use the Facebook ads library, but at the same time, the Facebook ad library doesn't give us the powerful filter of longest running ads, right? And so this can be very powerful for us if we're doing research on Dyson selling vacuums, okay? And then as you can see here, we've got a few different languages, so we better change that. So let's just say English, and then we'll select country too, and then United States right here, and then we'll search again. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I know which ads that Dyson's really been leaning on, because these are the longest running. These ones right here. Yeah, these are the longest running ads that they've had for quite some time. And so if I were going from the Facebook ads library, for example, and then I come to Advert Suite and I use this filter to really see like what ads I want to base my new ad creative off of, this is what I would want to look at, because I want to see which ads have been running the longest, that have been validated, that have been working, that Dyson's been spending money on for a significant amount of time. These are the ads that I want to emulate in my own ad creative. Okay, so this is a powerful tool. Check it out. It's Advert Suite. If you should be able to get it for a one-time fee if it hasn't changed. I bought this maybe 6 to 9 months ago, more or less. So hopefully you can get it for a one-time fee and a also value price fee as well. But if not, either way, as you can imagine, this is still a very powerful tool that's going to give you a ton of value. So I definitely recommend it. All right, so the next tool I'm going to show you here. So this is Icemanage. I used to have a paid account to Icemanage for years. And then at one point about a year ago or so, I switched over to SEMrush, which is a similar tool, a little bit more pricey, but we decided to invest into SEMrush as opposed to continuing to invest in Icemanage. But Icemanage is great because it allows you to see Google ads, Yahoo ads, Bing ads, and also it gives you the URLs of the pages that those ads are driving traffic to. And this way you can actually pull up those landing pages and you can see what those landing pages are. So you can see the layout, the design, the messaging, the copy, the offer, all that stuff in your market with a competitor. And so if we were picking on, again, Dyson, we type in here, and we're just going to use this free version here so you can kind of get an idea of how this works. Because again, I don't have a paid version, but I can definitely vouch for Icemanage. I used to use it, and it is a solid tool. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and back this up. I am going to just log in. I still have my old login, but again, we don't have a paid account anymore. That's how come it says upgrade now on the top right, because they want me to go ahead and upgrade and go back to being a paid customer. But you know what? Sorry, SEMrush has my business now at this point. But again, this is a very valuable tool. It's a great tool. I loved it for years. This is why I'm vouching for it. So if I type in Dyson.com, and then as you can see, it gives me quite a bit here. It gives me the user journey from keyword to ad to landing page. So these are the keywords that Dyson is advertising on. These are some of them. If you had a paid plan, you'd see like the entire list of keywords or phrases, which is great, but it does give you the top ones at least. But with this free plan, top ads in Google, again, gives you ads you can emulate. This one has been seen since July, and even the bottom one's been seen since June. The middle one's been seen since April. So this is good ad copy if you're selling vacuums, for you to kind of emulate the structure, the framework, but use your own messaging, your own copy with ideally better marketing, direct response copy. So this way you can beat them at copywriting when you're advertising against a brand like Dyson. And a lot of times too, these big brands, they don't really know how to use like good direct response copy. And that's where you as a small business owner or an advertiser for a small business can get the leg up on competition. Now, like I said before, you've got Google, you've got Bing, and you've got Yahoo as well. And don't neglect Bing and Yahoo, because a lot of people do, and when they do that, they're actually neglecting potential customers on Bing and Yahoo. And you can actually get an advantage by taking advantage of Bing and Yahoo, because a lot of companies just neglect Bing and Yahoo, especially the small businesses. And so if you get on Bing and Yahoo, you can really take advantage of that because there's lower competition. There's not as much traffic as, say, Google, but there's lower competition, so you have a good opportunity there. So you can go down, these tabs here, and you can see, what PPC keywords that they're running on Google, on Bing, on Yahoo. As you can see, if you had a paid plan, it would give you all of them, not just the top 5. It does the same thing with Bing and Yahoo. And then ads, you can see their ads on both, which is great. Landing pages, Dyson, again, going back to what I said before, they're not really using a good sales page to take traffic and then funnel them into the ideal next action, which is a mistake, which is something you can do to beat someone like Dyson. And then if you're doing SEO, if you really focus on SEO, we don't cover SEO a lot on the show, but SEO is valuable. It's definitely powerful. However, I recommend using paid traffic as your number one traffic source and putting more of your effort into that than SEO, because SEO can change. And plus, if you want predictability when it comes to customers and revenue, well, then you need predictability in regards to traffic, and paid traffic can be very, very predictable because you pay for what you get. So that's why I really recommend paid traffic being number one, and that's why the ARM5 formula my strategy, my methodology is built around leveraging paid traffic. Okay, so going back to here, you can see organic keywords on Google, Bing, Yahoo, if you do want to take advantage of SEO. And if you need to find out more competitors, well, they give you that too here as well. So you can see what other competitors that you can pull up and you can research, and then you can go back through all the software tools that I've mentioned in this episode. Okay, and then the last one here is SEMrush. SEMrush is a very in-depth, complex tool, but super powerful. This can be used for SEO research. This can be used for advertising research. This can be used for quite a bit. Now, if I'm going to show you just a quick example here. So let's just say that I'm doing advertising research on Dyson, as I have been with all these other tools. So I type in, Dyson.com, and then it gives me all sorts of different things here. So if I scroll down, here's ideals for search ads. So it gives me explore your rivals ads. So it's giving me ads from rivals right away. So it's not just giving me Dyson, it's giving me all sorts of different ads in this niche. And the reason why is because they're thinking that I am Dyson.com. So I'm going at this from Dyson's perspective now. Now you want to go at this from your perspective. You want to type in your domain name, whatever that is, and then from there they'll give you all this keyword research and advertising research and additional reports as well. Like if I click on explore ad ideas, it'll take me over to this screen. It's going to give me essentially, it's going to take me here, and then from here what I can do is I can get additional ideas for different ads that I can run. So I'll go ahead and type in Dyson.com here and see, again, it's giving me those ads very quickly. That was super quick, as you saw. And then they're not running any display ads. Okay, so it gives me quite a bit here, which is cool. And then if I want to look at PPC keywords, if I want to do keyword research, now Google does have a free keyword research tool, which I definitely recommend that you use. However, this is a great tool too, because you can really come up with some really good list of keywords, and you can do a lot of different filtering, and you can cross compare them with negative keywords and positive keywords to see what the true keywords are that you want to advertise to based off of the data that SEMrush gives you. But you've got quite a bit here that you can take advantage of with SEMrush as you're getting a taste of. And this is supposed to be a brief episode, so I'm not going to dive too deep into how to use SEMrush. But SEMrush is awesome. We use it fairly extensively at CBO Acceleration, and also for my ARM5 Formula Accelerator clients as well. So it's definitely a powerful tool. Definitely recommend that you check it out. And they're constantly adding new features to it, such as social media ads, which I have no idea what that does because I've never looked at it. Looks like it's in beta, but I'm excited just looking at it because there's got to be something valuable here that I can check out. But SEMrush is great. I definitely recommend it. It's a little bit more in-depth, definitely rich, definitely has a price tag to it, but it is a powerful tool, and a lot of companies use it for a good reason. So that's it. That's the end of today's episode. Now, again, going back to the action item at the beginning, I want you to go through one of these tools at least, and I want you to identify some ads that you want to emulate with your own ads. And I want you to sit there, find 5 to 10 really good ads from some of your competitors, and then go back to the drawing board and emulate the ad copy and the creative, the images, the video, you name it, in your own ad creation. Create those ads, write those ads, create the images, the slideshows, the videos, whatever you choose, you name it, and come up with 5 really good ads that you can test based off of your competitors, based off of these tools that I'm showing you in today's episode. Because if you use these tools, you can really come up with some powerful ad creatives based off of your competitors, because your competitors are advertising and they're spending money, and you can leverage these tools to see how they're spending their money and what ads they're spending their money on and what ads have been working the longest, just like what I showed you in today's episode. So take action from this, because this can definitely make a big difference in creating some new ad creative for your business and also in increasing your ad performance as well, instead of trying to come up with something fresh from the ground up. This will definitely help you get past any creative blocks that you've had, because you'll be able to emulate what's working right now from your competitors. So use these tools, check them out. They're awesome, they're valuable. I can vouch for all of them. I've used them all at some point in my 7.5 years, and I still actively use Facebook Ad Library, Advert Suite, and SEMrush. So definitely do that, and be sure to stay tuned for the next episode of the Ecom Performance Marketing Show. Hit subscribe below or hit like below, so this way you're reminded of the next episode. And thank you so much for watching this episode. I appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning into the e-commerce performance marketing show. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment with a timestamp of your favorite part and share it with a friend. Until our next episode, here's to you and the success of your e-commerce business.